Hello everyone, this is Rose Gold, and today I'll be telling you about the greatness of Zenitsu. Also, if you like the thumbnail/editing, go into the description and follow the goat Toxic. Now to start this video off, I'll just be talking about why I really like him personally, so let's move on to that. In my opinion, Zenitsu is one of the most realistic characters in the entirety of Demonslayer. He isn't very brave when it comes to fighting demons, and is quite desperate for love, as we see when we first see him in the anime, when he's begging that one girl to marry him, or when he first meets Nezuko. Of course, that need for love is quite exaggerated from the norm, but it still shows that he is human, and at least wants basic needs, like someone to love before he dies, which he often thought he would because of his immense fear. Now, in general, I really like Zenitsu because of the role he plays in the manga and anime, being the comedic relief, which I often like in shows, especially Demon Slayer, because of the serious tone often in the show. An example of Zenitsu being an incredible comedic relief would be when he first meets Nezuko or in Mugen Train. His lack of fighting knowledge also paints him as a relatable character, as he isn't one to rush into battle, nor that he can even use his breathing style, most of the time, so in general, whenever he is on screen, the tone lightens. Or does it? Now, I did speak about Zenitsu often being used as a comedic relief, however he has also been the person who has offered up some of the most hype, well-animated, and incredible moments in the entirety of Demon Slayer, such as in episode 12, against the tongue demon in the Tsuzumi Mansion arc, when he cut off the head of the demon, with one of the most spectacular displays of animation I've seen in a while. And one of my favorite scenes in the entirety of Demon Slayer, Zenitsu vs the Spider Demon Son, which we see in episode 17 of the anime, the Nataguma Mountain arc, in which he displays one of the most awesome techniques ever: Thunder Breathing First Form, Thundercloak and Flash, Sixfold, with absolutely stunning animation to boot. I think it also makes it much more interesting that he only knows the first form, so he had to become a lot more creative using his breathing style. Now, if you haven't seen the Demon Slayer movie yet, then please click off this video now and go watch it. Then come back after the fact. But if you have, then let's talk about Zenitsu in the movie. Zenitsu in the movie, it was mainly used for comedic relief at the start, such as his dream in which he finally gets the girl of his dreams, that being Nezuko, and impresses her with his thunder breathing technique. But that isn't the only thing he did in the movie, as we know. Now, if you didn't lose your mind when he fell asleep again, I don't know what to tell you, I just don't think we can be friends. Because that was freaking hype when he was thunder breathing again, to protect Nezuko, of course. Now, as I will be talking about the Demon Slayer manga now, I'll warn you that I won't hold back with spoilers, so if you haven't read the manga, do yourself a favor and read it. Okay, now that all the non-manga readers are out, let us who read the manga or just don't care about spoilers continue. Zenitsu has several moments scattered around the entire manga, such as in the Entertainment District arc, in which Zenitsu showed off Godsweet, which is so powerful that Zenitsu was able to blitz an upper rank demon, but he can only use the technique twice before his legs would be rendered useless, as we know. But his best feat in this entire series was, of course, the 7th form of thunder breathing, Flaming Thunder God, which was created by Zenitsu himself to fight alongside Kagaku, who turned demon. Kagaku was, of course, the second thunder-breathing student who had to turn demon because of his lust for power. Speaking of which, the fight against Kagaku was a very powerful fight. However, in my eyes, it should have been made much longer, as it would have impacted the viewer much more. After Zenitsu used Flaming Thunder God and the old man told him that he was the Spider of Joy, I'll be honest, that was one of the most wholesome but sad moments in the entire series. And as we all know, Zenitsu is a bit of a wimp in many ways, such as his terror of fighting demons, etc. However, his more human-like personality, which isn't just, ha, fight demons, go brr, like some of the other characters, makes him much more relatable and likable. Of course, he can be a bit weird sometimes, and don't want to watch it, with his desperate need for love, but that just makes him more relatable. Well, as long as he doesn't go overboard with it. And this is the greatness of Zenitsu. Now, I know this isn't like my usual content and that it's rather short, but I really wanted to make this kind of video. But without further taking up your time, this was Rose Gold, and I am out.